Yellow. So you're wondering what instrument to play, but you don't know which one to choose. There's just way too many options and of decisions. Well, you came to the right place. In this video, I will talk about what sections, disadvantages, and advantages. Trust me, it will be pretty cool. So, let's get the video started. Welcome to the string family. It's a beautiful section. Now, there's two types of string instruments. The first type of stringed instruments is the orchestratal string. You'll mostly find these in the symphony or the orchestra, of course. And what I'm showing up on screen is a viola. Not a violin. Just remember that. Violas are better in every way, more superior to a violin. Let's be honest. Okay, good. Now that we got that covered, here are the fretted strings. The most famous one is the guitar. Back to orchestral strings for a second, though. You may find it uncomfortable holding orchestral strings for the first time, especially violins and violas. But these are especially the instruments that bring out the most beautiful sound, especially viola. Of course, the fretted strings includes the guitar, the bass, and the ukulele, along with many others, like the banjo, for example. But there's more fretted strings. And I don't know how to describe harp, but the harp is like a calming instrument. So, yeah, it's like angelic. For the fretted strings, you might use a pluck or something and to bring out a lot of chords. But if you're a beginner and you want to play fretted strings, start with the ukulele. It's probably the easiest and the smallest of the bunch. And yeah, let's move on to percussion. Noise, we got percussion in the house. So percussion can be really different. Piano is the most famous one, and you may have not even thought of percussion before now. The other percussion instruments are mainly drums, and in case you watch Peppa Pig, you might remember the episode Shake, Rattle, and Bang. And these are basically the type of instruments. Like, there are many different types of percussion instruments. Also, one thing about piano. Piano is probably a really hard instrument to learn. You have to learn all these sharps, keys, flats, whatever. So, if you really want a challenge, then try the piano. You might know drums. Drums are really famous, and there's different types of drums. For example, there's bass drum, there's also snare drums, and more, because I'm not going to mention every single drum, or else this video will be way up its time limit, lol, hee. And for shake, then maracas are also one. But that's all I have to basically say for percussion. So moving on to the next one. This is woodwind, very famous instrument, and why is the saxophone here? This is actually kind of fun. I actually thought it was in the brass section, though. Anyways, continuing on. You might start looking at this in cartoons, looking, hey, I want to learn saxophone because it looks easy, and all the yada yada. But when you start actually playing it, you'll realize that there's way too many buttons, and there's like lots of things you have to learn, but it's kind of easy, honestly, at the same time. And you may know flutes and clarinets, or you may have not. I'm sorry for all those flutes and clarinet players. Anyways, do I have more to say about the woodwind section? Let me think. Yes. If you really want your breath, then you shouldn't probably stick with these instruments. But if you really wanted to play some really cool music and instead of jazz band, maybe then show them play these. Anyways, moving on to the last one. Brass. Yeah. Brass, Again, if you don't want to run out of breath, then I would suggest choosing this, but here are some of the advantages of choosing bass. Okay, I don't play bass, but just here are some advantages of choosing bass. If you are able to carry a tuba, you are strong. You deserve respect, cause tubas are heavy. Also, so are French horns, but not as heavy as tubas. So yeah. Trombone, all you have to do is just slide the little thing. I don't know, but I just see trombone players do this. So he. And nobody knows what this goofy ass thing is. It's a sousaphone. R.I.P. all those sousaphone players. But I bet that you don't even I bet you know the viola more than sousaphones because I'm joking. Nobody even talks about this. Not even so bad that everyone says, "Oh, what is this instrument?" And that should be the end. So time to conclude this video. So in conclusion, which instrument shall you choose? Well, this depends on what kind you like. Do you want to look cool? How about something calmer? Or one that you can get the anger out of you? Either way, it's important you play the music. It doesn't matter what instrument you choose in the end. The important thing is that you have fun with that instrument. If you don't like it, don't worry. There's so many instruments. You can always switch between instruments. So, that will conclude this video. See you next time. Wait, why is this music still playing? I said we need to end. Stop the music. Okay, it's over now. The end. Bye, y'all. 7 minutes.